Most unsuccessful teams usually fall apart when it comes to scaling. You are obligated 24/7. You have to provide support just like with sex. You need to look for people who are focused on long-term relationships. When a business chooses a marketing agency or a marketing team, depending, again, as we said, on the levels, because it could be an agency or it could already be a team, an internal in-house team. You need to choose taking into account 5 factors. Factor number 1 for choosing a marketing team. This is a successful, proven track record in projects of a similar scale. I've already mentioned that some businesses, when choosing a marketing team, select similar case studies in their industry, experience in their field. Not all experience is the same, and it may happen that this experience won't help. You need to choose based on the scale of the project that this team or its members have already handled. Again, this is the most important factor. In principle, it's the scale. Because if there is no experience at scale, then on scale, as a rule, things fall apart. Most unsuccessful teams. Team selection consideration number 2 is overall team experience. In second place is the experience of the team and the experience of its members. Because the more experience the team has as such, the better, of course. But sometimes it happens that the agency may not have experience working with similar industries or on similar scales, but it must be taken into account that the team members may have this experience. For example, a new agency might be created that brings together professionals who have worked in different places. So you need to consider not only what is written on the agency's website, but also pay attention to the people who will be working on the project. And inquire about the experience of individual team members. In any sport, there are teams that, in order to move up in class, invite experienced players. It's the same here. An agency can invite experienced players in order to reach a certain level. Team selection factor number 3 is a focus on the long-term nature of the project. This is very important from the perspective of the ontology of marketing itself, because marketing, as we know, is a set of systematic actions aimed at building relationships. It's the same here. You need to look for people who are focused on long-term relationships. It's just like in relationships, that is, just like with sex. There are many examples of people who focus on short-term relationships and others who focus on long-term relationships. That is precisely why you truly need to carefully choose those individuals who are oriented toward building strong long-term relationships. And I would add that you should consider not only technical tasks and not just from an operational level, but also be aware of the strategic goals of the project they're working on. Team selection factor number 4 is communication and reporting. You need to understand what the team is doing, the accessibility of communication. This doesn't mean it has to be 24/7, because if we're talking about an agency business, they're not obligated to provide support 24/7. Support for you. What is meant is support on a human level. If we're talking about AI tools, then that's possible there, for example, some chats and so on. If we're talking about the work of a team made up of people, of specialists, then there should be healthy communication, meaning you should be able to communicate without any problems. And the second thing is reporting. That is, you need to make sure that the agency, in its communication and reporting, understands what it is doing, what it consists of, and what larger part it belongs to. This is a very important thing. Team selection factor number 5 is a focus on achievable and measurable results. As we already mentioned in the video about digital performance marketing, even some types of marketing that are not directly result-oriented still contribute to achieving results. That's why it's important that marketing is not just activity for the sake of activity, but is focused on results. And this focus on results, on achieving results, I would also add here that motivation should be aimed at achieving results, is one of the criteria for choosing a marketing team for your business to solve your business and marketing tasks. To order digital marketing or performance marketing services, contact the Digital Marketing Web Agency. Welcome.